Good afternoon, Mr. Rishi. Good afternoon, my fellow member. Today we are going to present you the topic of breaking into the global toy industry, part 2. Before we go deeper into the presentation, we would like to analyze our business portfolio to give you an overview and summarize some of the presentation points of part 1. First, I will allow Ms. Eleanor to explain us to summarize our presentation point first.
All right, thank you, David. Good afternoon, Mr. Rishi. And this is the summary from our part 1 presentation. As could be seen, this is the SWOT analysis. In conclusion, is that I have used the strengths to compensate for their weaknesses in the toy industry as they are starting out their company. And we take their opportunities and make the business expand and also eliminate the threats. By using the strengths to build up the company and also to expand the profitability of the toys. Next would be the past analysis, which would be the political, economic, social, and technology. All will be stated here. And for the next slide, it will be the summary of these both. This summary is made based on the product life cycle, as will be explained by my groupmate after this. It's basically what strategies I use during the introduction, growth, maturity, and decline stage. For all three, products, price, and communication, all is here. I will just briefly summarize it. It's for the introduction is basically to create awareness for the product, and for the growth is to create loyal customer base. And for maturity is also to extend product lines, so that customers have more choices. And for declining stage, it is to eliminate weak products and to give out discounts so that loyal customers are to retained. Right, I will pass back to my groupmate David.
Let's move forward to the segmentation, target, and positioning. Consumer market is segmented. We strategize our marketing mix to encourage adoption and as well as to raise awareness. However, for the business market, we would like to see that how we are able to work with OEMs to extend the distribution networks and to foresee that how we are able to diversify our business and as well as to extend the application of the technology to improve our product or to invest in a new product. Let's take a look at the market growth. As we can see that the product segments of the traditional toys and the video games, they're expected to have a $67 billion US and a $38 billion US respectively by 2006. As we can see here, both product segments is having a growing tendency by 2006. Let's study the market share. So what we can see here, Mattel, ranking at the top is having 8% of market share, followed by the Namco Bandai and Hasbro. However, what we can see here is none of the OEMs here is actually producing or selling the music instrument stimulation toys and video games. Therefore, we would like to position our portfolio at the start in a BCG matrix, where we can expect a good number of customers, good return and profits. And therefore, we would like to invest more on the new product in order to maximize our profitability. Speaking of profitability maximization, we also would like to see that how we are able to diversify our business to prolong the longevity of the business itself. Moving forward, we would like to discuss about the marketing strategies. As for your info, that all the strategies we are studying in parallel with the product life cycle. Product, services, and pricing. In order to sustain the market share and the profitability, we need to offer augmented and potential product in order to deliver exceptional customer value. Therefore, three elements here, pricing, product, and service, must work together in deliver such an exceptional customer value. At the introduction stage, the product differentiation and the service differentiation has to emphasize in order to create awareness. For the pricing strategy, we need to the sensitivity of the price and need to respond correctly to the consumer growth. So the quality of the product will be perceived good. Therefore, in order to foster further adoption in the growth stage. This is an example of a product at introduction stage. When the product is moving to the growth stage, we have a preparation work to do. Here is first thing, we need to improve our product to enhance services. So therefore we are able to, in order for us to prolong the stability in the maturity stage next. So the pricing strategy, we need to practice the dual pricing because in order to cope the extension of product line. So when the product reaches the maturity stage, where we can see a stability of the product growth here, then we will have another preparation work to do. Is first thing, we either invest on new product or we diversify our business. So when the product is reaching to the decline stage, we will presume that we already have a new product to sustain our market share and profitability. Next, I will invite Mr. Alan to discuss the promotion mix with us.
Alright, thank you, David. Next, I will discuss about the promotional strategies. Right, for Uptoy's company, it has already reached another phase. It is no longer just a startup. So in order to expand its influence in this industry, I would like to separate its targeted markets. The first one will be business market. Right here, I would like to use the different types of promotional strategies that could influence the business markets. First would be advertising, and in what platform I will do it, it will be business magazines and specializing stores, which means like stores that only specializes in selling toys, and not like hardware stores that also sell toys and also sell electronic devices. And also next will be business websites, where all the businessmen congregate and to gather information from everyone else from the industry as well. Next would be sales promotion. In the platform, it will be business team trade fairs, which would be trade fairs that in the UK is commonly held at the start of the year, so that the products could be launched and people throughout the year could take a look at it and also purchase it. And supplier discount, that would be where supplier will provide discounts, and the businessmen and for their businesses will buy it in bulk. And also business exhibition, which is also the same like a trade fair. For the next would be public relation, which is very important because businessmen are all about the hype, which is also to create personal relations with other businessmen to expand their businesses. In this platform, it will be product developer convention. This is commonly seen in Apple. When they first launch their products, you might know that they always have a convention with business and consumer market, and to introduce their products, so that to introduce new features and what they have installed. Next will be business seminars, product launching seminars, very closely related to product developer convention, and also media press. Next, the second market will be consumer market. Consumer market is more towards marketing based, where you target their inner fun, which is also why I use events like music festivals, game exhibition, limited edition gaming displays, places where they can consumers can go with their family and friends and enjoy. So with that enjoyable mood and enjoyable and fun vibe, they are more likely to purchase more of your products. Online, which is a very common platform, social media, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, and search engine optimization enhancement on different search engines. Businesses could actually pay to get their websites to be the first when people type in keywords like toys, so that your website will be the first they will click in, so that you can expand your profitability as well, and also your name. Next would be advertising. It is very common. This is all in magazines, television programs, and billboards. Over here, you can see that I prepared a Gantt chart. For me, personally think that for consumer, when you want to advertise about your product, it should be a consistent effort. So I have highlighted here that for TV ads and social media, it should be done throughout the year, from January to December, regardless of the festivities, so that the consumers will be reminded again and again why your product is the best. And I've highlighted here March, as because Easter is one of the biggest holiday in the UK, and people tend to gather around with their friends and family to have barbecue, to have dinners, and that will be the best time to buy toy products for their friends and their family as a gift. And for Christmas as well, I will highlight here sales promotion in November because well, Christmas is also one of the biggest holidays in UK, and people in Christmas, the Christmas holiday is known that people exchange gifts. So when you have sales promotion and you have discounts and other sorts of promotion for your product, it is known that people will buy more in bulk so that they can give to their family. Excuse me. Excuse me. And I've I have found out that toy fairs in the UK are also commonly held in January. That's why this is highlighted here. And for the business market, for bloggers and vloggers, I would like to target them during the summer break because they are more free to actually introduce products that are newly launched to their subscribers or to their viewers. Because summer break is when people are actually free and enjoying their time during the 3 months break, and also would like to buy some toys to enjoy with their family when they gather around. And for the convention, there is one toy convention I know that goes on in UK every month of March, every year. So that is what I've highlighted here. And same goes for Christmas, where all the platforms for promoting their products will be available in November and December for Christmas. And for the media press, the product launch would be best in January, along with the toy convention and the toy fair. This is the summary, like what I have explained just now, where, I forgot to explain that March is also the month of St. Patrick's Day, so that could be included along with Easter as well. Alright, yeah, that's all. Do you have any questions?
Okay, you have come up with very good strategies. You have suggested strategies for the toy. My question is, what are some of the factors that you may consider in implementing your strategy? You have your promotions, you have your pricing, you have your Gantt chart with all the activities. Just give me one or two possible factors that you might consider when you are implementing the strategy.
Factors. In terms of sorry, Mr. Rishi, you are referring to the consumer purchase behavior.
It can be purchase behavior. It can be the environment.
Trend.
It can be the resources.
Well, I have to say that we will study the social factor first because the case study is just showing that the toys is actually following the trend, and because of the IP, intellectual property that involved, that we hardly to mimic everything into the what is it called the design of the product. However, we consider the pricing as well. If we would like to have, we have to include the theme or the copyright of a certain animation or whatsoever in order to attract the ultimate user, which I refer to the consumer group. That will be a factor of the pricing as well. So I would say consider social factor is the one that we need to consider at first. Because first thing, trend. Because we all know that toys and the video games, the product lifespan is rather short because of the trend itself. So we have to study the social factor thoroughly to understand what was the actually what has happened actually in order for us to adapt to the market and to come up with a new and innovative product in order to adapt to offer to the market.
Okay, could I add on to it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, another factor would be also the time period. Like I've explained in the Gantt chart, there's a reason why I highlighted the months that have very big holidays. Because regardless of the trends, I believe that families will also buy the toys when they are gathered around for the big holidays. Like regardless whether Pokemon is in style or other Angry Birds are in trend, like they will still buy toys to make their family happy. So that is one of the reasons why I think that holidays are a really, really big factor for toy conventions and toy fairs. It is very strategic. It is very strategic of them to have it at the start of the year because that's where the holidays are and where people should be. People are more focused on what is happening around them. So yeah, that's
Okay.
it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much.
Mr. Xie.
Thank you.